I was just sitting out there with Sam Highfield, and he said it best. He said that was a great college baseball game, and it was. Two teams playing their hearts out, playing good defense, and two pitchers that were commanding the strike zone, and both were very, very good tonight.
All right, your first question comes from Kendall.
Kendall Rogers, D1 Baseball. Elliott, just looking at Sam's last 4 starts, he's been pretty awesome the last 25 innings. What did you kind of see differently from him the last 4 starts, including this one, versus the 2 previous ones in the middle of ACC play? He kind of had a couple of rough starts. The last 4 have been outstanding.
Yeah, he's just been really he's been consistent all year, to be honest with you, Kendall. He's been really consistent all year. And if you talk about the last 4 starts, obviously everything's amped up a little bit from when you get in the ACC tournament to regionals to supers to here. And he just keeps getting better and commanding the stuff. But to pitch this kind of game against, it was pretty obvious to him Jack Leiter was really good tonight. Obviously, he's one of the top pitchers in the country. I'm sure he's going to be one of the top few picks in the MLB draft coming up. And he could tell that he was really on tonight and was really, we weren't going to get anything. So for Sam to keep this offense at Vanderbilt at bay, to allow us a chance, it was like just unbelievable what he did tonight.
Next up, we have Alex.
Yeah, Elliott, Alex Sawyer with Pack Pride. Terrell Tatum's a guy that's, been through a lot with this program and is really playing good baseball this year. For him to have that moment to hit that home run in this game, just how proud of him are you and how happy are you to see that for him?
Well, obviously, that was a big hit for us tonight, and we weren't getting anything off Leiter, and I don't know whether he looked at fastball and got it, but he really hit it very well. But if you talk about the growth of Terrell Tatum through the years at NC State, just so proud. His strength, he's just put on a lot of strength this year, and he's worked very hard. He's carried around a jug of water all year, not just here, but all year, and he's really committed himself with how he eats, his work ethic, and his added strength, and he's turned into a complete baseball player.
Next, we'll go to Rob.
Yeah, Rob McGlenn with the Wilson Times. Elliott, how do you get your kids, and you as well, to detach from the importance, the magnitude of these games and just simplify it to its lowest terms?
Well, we haven't said much to these players in a long time. The most talking we've probably done to these guys is when we were, scuffling early in the year trying to get the lineup on the field and trying to figure out the pitching but for the last 2-3 months, we haven't said much at all to these guys because they know what they want, and they know how hard it is to get, and they know how committed they are to one another. And so we just I don't think they let any moment become too big for them. So that's them that gets that done. That's not us. And they're just fun to watch play.
Next up, we have Alyssa.
Alyssa Ray, WNCN Raleigh. Looks like there's quite a big Wolfpack following out there. It seems like there's just a bunch of fans. Can you just speak to the support you guys are getting out there?
Yeah, that's been unbelievable. That's been unbelievable. I spoke to a gathering with the chancellor yesterday morning or 2 mornings ago. I can't remember. And we were getting ready to go to practice. It was right before we went to practice. And the Wolfpack Club had a gathering with the chancellor. And I spoke to him. And the players came in at the end as we got on the bus. And Austin Murr, he thanked everybody and says, how great it is to be in a venue like this with 22,000 people, but it's obvious how many Wolfpack, it feels like a home game, he says, with the support we've had. So it's been amazing. Former players that have come out, fans that have come out, boosters, and it's not cheap to get out here. I've been amazed at how many people found their way to Omaha.
Next, we have Brian. Please say your name and affiliation.
Hi, Coach. Brian Purtle with the Technician. Obviously, Sam had a fantastic game tonight, but he also had a good defense behind him. I was hoping you could say a few words about that opening play Menchik made to really set the tone and defensively and prevent Vanderbilt from getting on base.
Yeah, we knew Vanderbilt. They're a great bunting team. They're a great offensive ball club. They find different ways to score. And so we're playing in a lot of the night for the bunt. But when he bunted that ball with 1 strike, I'm not screaming, but I'm just thinking, hey, let it go foul, because I thought it was right on the line, and no way he could make that play. But boy, howdy, did he make an unbelievable play. But he's done that all year. He's a terrific defensive player. This is a terrific defensive team, and we played great defense tonight.
Next up, we have Andrew.
Elliott, you mentioned the growth of Terrell Tatum and the work that he's put in. You look at a guy like him or a guy like Johnny Butler, who obviously had the big game for you against Stanford. Looking at these guys who have been in your program for a number of years and have obviously developed but really put the work into becoming better baseball players, to see the players that they are now, just how happy are you for them to go from where they were at the start of their baseball careers here to getting to have these moments on this stage?
It's all you coach for is the players. I mean, it's a great profession. It's one, if you get into it for the right reasons, it gives you so much joy and satisfaction. It gives you heartbreak sometimes, but the satisfaction that it gives you far outweighs things you have to go through. And these players have given our staff, it's not just me, Chris Hart, Clint Chrysler, Joey Holcomb, our trainer Scott Insel, who puts in countless hours, Gabe Button, the strength coach, Jody Cahoon, our equipment guy. I've never seen him happier. These players give us such satisfaction and such joy. It's just fun to watch these guys, and it's fun to watch them develop as baseball players and as men. And they're such a smart group, and they're fun to be a part of.
Next up, we have Joe.
Hey, Coach. Joe Mazer, ABC 11 in Raleigh. I've been watching these Zooms, and you're all business. I get it for the most part. But what is this night like for you? How thrilling is this to be this far in this tournament and know you're a couple of wins away here?
Well, you might say it's a couple wins away, but it's still hard. Every win you get in Omaha is tough, nail-biting. This is not only 8 of the best teams in the country, but it's the last 8 teams in the country, and they're here for a reason because they're playing their best baseball of the year. So every win is important. We were here before. I remember this game last time I was here. We lost 2-1 to UCLA, and UCLA went on to win the national championship. So every win you get is important, and but it's still a long way to go.
Next up, we have Michael.
Hi, Coach. Michael Farrar with Berg Sports Network. Just 2 questions for you here. Just talk about the chemistry with your catcher and your pitchers tonight, how they were working facing Vanderbilt. And then from a coaching perspective, facing Leiter, what was that like from, kind of like a baseball fan perspective to see that kind of talent?
To answer your second question first, the last 3 games we faced Kevin Kopps, Brandon Beck, who's a player of the year in the Pac-12, pitcher of the year Pac-12, and he's sensational. And then tonight you get Jack Leiter, who's just, I've been around for a long time, and that's one of the performances I've seen that right up there are the top performances I've seen. And you talk about Luca Tresh. We can't tell you how proud we are of Luca Tresh. He's a guy that's known for his offense and was a top prospect with the scouts coming into the year, and I think they had questions about his catching maybe. I think he's turned into one of the best defensive catchers in the country, and I've told him all year how he works our pitching staff is so amazing. And I've had nothing but great catchers since I've been here. I saw Colt Morton, who got a cup of coffee in the big leagues. He was here the other day with his dad and his son. He made it out here. And if you talk about Brett Austin, first-round draft pick out of high school. You talk about all these guys that I've had the pleasure of coaching. Patrick Bailey, first-rounder last year. Luca Tresh is right up there with working our pitching staff and giving them the confidence they need and to get the job done. So we're all very, very proud of Luca Tresh.
Next, we'll go to Rob.
Yeah, Elliott, could you just speak to the leverage that you get by not having to play until Friday? What type of tactical advantage? I don't know if it'll be an all-hands-on-deck situation for that one game. Does that kind of give you advantage that you have that 4-day break?
I just think we need rest. I think the rest, everybody knows we don't have a deep bullpen. We've battled that all year. So to go in that losers bracket would have been tough for us. And but the main thing I think is the rest right now. Coach Hart's been sick for probably 5 or 6 days. JT Jarrett caught the bug a couple days ago. This bug seems to be going around. Cameron Cotter, I've got it a little bit. This bug seems to be floating around. And I think right now it's important for our players to get some rest.
Coach, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you all for participating. You can find a recording of this press conference in the NCAA